Britain's beloved canals and rivers are in serious trouble, facing a perfect storm of financial woes and the intensifying impacts of climate change. This vital network, enjoyed by millions, is on the brink, and the consequences could be devastating. But let's dive deeper into the challenges facing these waterways. According to the Inland Waterways Association, IWA, a staggering 75% of Britain's canals and rivers are in financial peril. This independent charity is sounding the alarm, warning that as the country braces for heavier winter rains and prolonged summer droughts, the situation is becoming critical. The IWA's groundbreaking climate risk map paints a stark picture. Under a predicted 2 degrees Celsius global heating scenario, 99% of navigable waterways will face heightened risk. Areas like the Pennines and the Midlands are particularly vulnerable. These regions are home to reservoirs that feed canal systems, and they are also expected to experience worsening droughts. This year, sections of the Leeds and Liverpool Canal were forced to close for months due to low water levels. These waterways are more than just scenic routes, they are essential public spaces. They provide free access to nature for over 10 million people, save the NHS an estimated £1.5 billion annually, support more than 80,000 jobs, and act as vital green corridors for wildlife, as reported by the Canal and River Trust (CRT). The CRT manages approximately 2,000 miles of waterways, including around 80% of Britain's navigable canals. Nearly 80% of local authorities have a navigable waterway within their area. The recent collapse of the Bridgewater Canal embankment at Dunham Massey serves as a stark reminder of the network's fragility. Even with regular maintenance, heavy rainfall caused a significant section to fail, leading to flooding and the evacuation of nearly 1,000 people. Stabilisation efforts cost around £400,000, with full repair costs still unknown. Charlie Norman, the IWA's Director of Campaigns, calls this a warning: infrastructure can fail catastrophically even when well maintained. Climate pressures alone are enough to cause serious damage. But here's where it gets controversial. Norman emphasizes that underfunding is exacerbating the impact of climate change. Decades of erratic government support, coupled with more frequent extreme weather events, have left many waterways vulnerable to breaches, closures, and mounting maintenance costs. This year's drought led to the closure of numerous canals across the country, affecting wildlife, tourism, businesses, and people who live on the canals. A Defra spokesperson assures that the government is investing over £480 million in grant funding to the CRT for essential infrastructure maintenance. However, the CRT, which receives the largest share of government funding, still faces insufficient resources due to rising climate-related demands. Campbell Robb, the CRT chief executive, highlights the financial strain. Emergency repairs alone cost our charity £10 million last winter, after 8 named storms. He emphasizes the need for public support through volunteering and donations, while also acknowledging the government's role in maintaining the network. Beyond the CRT, the remaining 20% of the canal network is managed by various authorities, including the Environment Agency and Scottish Canals. The IWA's risk map graded navigation authorities from severe deficit, red, to financially stable, green. About 75% fell into the red or amber categories. Stoppages, like those on the River Cam, demonstrate how network isolation harms local businesses and navigation. David Good, chair of the Cam Conservancy, describes a £500,000 contribution as a lifesaver, but warns that one-off grants won't solve long-term problems. And this is the part most people miss. Rising litter is a daily challenge. Elena Horcajo spends hours each morning collecting waste along the region's canal, a task made more difficult by the removal of towpath bins due to maintenance costs. The CRT now relies on volunteer cleanups, but Horcajo says these are insufficient to manage the problem. The IWA is calling for a government review to establish sustainable, long-term funding. Norman argues that millions now will save billions in the future. Increased investment would allow authorities to reinforce infrastructure, reduce flood risk, and support water transfer schemes to alleviate drought, protecting navigation, heritage, economic activity, and environmental benefits. Norman concludes with a sobering prediction: without intervention, this vital, historic network faces irreversible decline by 2050. What are your thoughts? Do you think enough is being done to protect Britain's canals and rivers? Share your opinions in the comments below. Are you for or against the current funding model?